this is part 5 of where I called the Attorney General's office, talked to a Dan Halperin, who's been there 6 years at the Attorney General's office, about the corruption that's going on in Panama City, Florida, about where the cops don't do anything about these boom cars that are going up and down the road, robbing people of their right to be able to live in peace. It's like they're not happy just getting criminals. They want to turn innocent people into criminals. As of December 5th, 2014. So this is a continuation of this conversation.
I suspect there's a guy named Richard Spanos in Panama City, Florida that's been thrown in jail so many times for the sorry excuse of open container. Yet on Friday and Saturday night there's a bar called Spinnaker's in La Villa where they get out and they fight like cats and dogs because they get drunk. Yet they'll take these people, these poor homeless people, and put huge fines on them that they can never hope to pay for the rest of their life. So my email, my friend, is jimbikeman3@gmail.com. And I'm going to tell you something. As I've already called the Panama City Police Department, got hung up on by Laura Olson, who is supposed to be the secretary, I think, for Scott Urban of the Panama City Police Department. I've already called the Bay County Sheriff's Department. I think her name is Teresa England, who happens to be the secretary of Frank McKeithen. They recognize my voice and they hang up on me immediately. For all I know, they got a recording of my voice. Hang up on him. Because I know the laws. I know the laws that can put the sheriff in jail for the rest of his life. Look under 895 of the Florida statutes. Maintaining a criminal enterprise? Now, I don't want anything to happen to our law enforcement, but by God, is that the only way that they do anything? Is when somebody knows they can, when they fear that they can be thrown in jail? There's a guy named Lavelle Pitts that got thrown in jail. Al Harrison of Port St. Joe got thrown in jail. I don't want any law enforcement to get thrown in jail, but I can't figure this out. Why isn't these super loud car stereos allowed to go up and down the road where I can't even live in my home in peace?
I just don't know. That's a very good question.
Okay, do you mind reading back my email so we got it straight, my friend?
Give me just a second. I need to go back to that page.
I want to thank you for not hanging up on me. You just don't know how many times. You know what I found out, my friend, okay?
No, I don't. Go ahead.
I have found that when somebody tries to make a difference, that's the biggest lie going. That's a lie.
Why?
Well, let's put it this way. Okay, did you get my email there? I'll give it to you again. jimbikeman3@gmail.com.
jimbikeman3@gmail.com.
Yeah. And would you mind just clicking on that link there? You'll see something that says PDF download on there. Would you mind just doing that and tell me what you read and see?
Well, you mean the PDF I downloaded from you?
Oh, did you download it? Could you read it?
Well, the officer's up and you don't, right?
Yeah, would you mind just reading it? It only takes about 3 minutes to read. Would you mind?
Yeah, I was reading it already. I had looked at it. I don't have it open. Oh, yeah, I do. Well, what are all the numbers in here? 1 through 57.
Pardon me?
Yeah, the 1 through 58, the numbers you have in here. What are they about?
Okay, what that is, my friend, this is if a cop is going to, and I'm not against cops. Let's understand that. Let's understand that right off the bat. Okay, I support Darren Wilson, okay, with that punk Michael Brown, crybaby, 6'4", 300-pound piece of shit that attacked Darren Wilson. I'm neutral. Okay, what happened to Eric Garner? That right there was a deliberate murder that happened in New York City. So I'm neutral, okay? I support cops, but I want to jail bad cops.
Right. Yep, that sounds correct.
Because in my town, my friend, you can look under Department of Corrections, Mark Bamia murdered in Anna Beach in Parker, Florida, which is near Panama City, Florida. You go to the Department of Corrections website and you can see where he's in jail for the rest of his life. And I'm not, hey, I know another cop that was going around raping young women. You think I'm going to mention anything about it? Because, hey, they want to find out who I am. But more than these super loud car stereos that are going up and down the road where I can't even live in peace in my home, I was hoping on a Friday, my friend, nothing would please me more than if you called the Bay County Sheriff's Department, Frank McKeeson's office, said, this is the Office of Attorney General. Call the Panama City Police Department and say, this is the Office of Attorney General. We are aware of a guy by the name of Jimbikeman who's afraid to give his name. We are aware of the fact I am so afraid.
It's amazing how they just interrupt all the fucking goddamn time.
I might be arrested tonight. I've already been arrested several times. And I'm scared. I'm scared. And I don't understand why these punks can go up. Would you mind reading that oath of arrest and prosecution that you... It only takes about 3 minutes to...
I read through it.
Could you read it out? Could you just give me the... Give me the top line. What does it say at the top line of it?
I, a police officer / public servant under Miranda versus Arizona, 1966, Brady versus Maryland, but not limited to the above, swear under immediate imprisonment and no bail, no letters, no visitors, no commissary, no special phone, no active subsidies, and maximum time, 10 days per day, and not day per day, and not in. So here I have it, obviously.
Now, do you think... Right, and Dan, I want to... First of all, I hope to be able... You might call this sarcasm, okay? I hope to embarrass you one day and say, you know what? You deserve to be somebody. You was a true public servant. You wasn't somebody that just hung up on somebody. Evidently, Pam Bondi must keep quality people like you around, okay? Because if you've been there... If you've been there 6 years... This is not a threat. This is a promise. I hope to embarrass you one day and put praise on you. That and I'm not saying this to be foolish, okay? I want people like you to be in the shine. I want you not to be hiding in other words, in the trenches with no appreciation. I would like you. And there are a lot of people that are dedicated in government and they get no appreciation, no acknowledgement.
Well, that's true, sir, but we don't do it for the party. It's just, trying to provide a good service to the consumer.
Yeah. All I can tell you, my friend, is this. If I was in your position, okay, and chances are I don't have nowhere near the education that you got or anything like that.
It doesn't have a lot. It's just common sense, Jim.
All I got, Dan, my friend, Dan Hapron, all I got is I care. And it seems to me like I care doesn't count for nothing. I have no connections, don't desire no connections, but let me just name you some people I know. Barbara Bell has been with the Bay County Sheriff's Department for over 20 years, has heard them boom cars. I talked to Detective Johnson of the Panama City Police Department of where somehow or another they were more interested. They traced and got my phone number because I was calling dispatchers so many times, not because I wanted to call dispatchers, because I was forced to. They were more interested in finding my phone number, finding out exactly, doing a GPS location on me and my phone, than getting these boom cars.
Well, I mean, if you were being a nuisance, I'm not stating that you are. I'm stating that's probably what law enforcement thought. And, they didn't appreciate your situation, so they wanted to take take action against you. You know, if they're not with you, they're against you.
Well, let me ask you something. What can I do other than call dispatchers? What can I do?
Well, I mean, I would let your local news stations know.
No, they won't. Okay, first of all, number one, I know the people at the News Herald, okay? There's a guy named Mike Gonzalez. They don't like me. See, they don't like somebody if you've got too much proof and too much truth, okay?
Right.
All right? I know Channel 13 WMBB. I know Joe Moore of Channel 7. I know all these people. I know the news media. They won't touch my story. You know?
Why do you think that is?
You saw that paper that I created?
Yeah.
You name me another. I want Sergeant. I want Patrolman Stryker of the Panama City Police Department to sign that. I want him to put his fingerprints down, sign it, and have me interrogate him.
No, I mean, he's not going to do that, sir.
Then he's under racketeering. Then he's under conspiracy, and he's afraid to admit it.
Well, he probably is, but, they're not going to incriminate themselves. And, they have all those protections so that even if they did, the grand jury would find them innocent of any charge.
Hey, we hit on something. Yeah, the grand jury. You know what the grand jury's all about? That's never used for an ordinary citizen. I want to know why, Dan, my friend, Heffron, I hope I got your name right.
Yeah.
I want to know why it is I wasn't entitled, under the Florida statutes, any triable offense. I am entitled to a grand jury to decide if I'm calling dispatchers, to decide if I'm calling law enforcement to try to get them to do something about these super loud car stereos that are making it where I'm a prisoner in my own home. Why wasn't I entitled?
They're going to be able to assist you.
Why wasn't, you know what the grand jury's all about? That's all about protecting dirty cops.
Right, maybe.
Yeah.
How about your other, Jim, can I get your phone number? I mean, you don't have to give it.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I am afraid.
Okay, well, that's all right.
I'm afraid. And as of December 5th, 2014, I have been trying for months. I have tried calling the Bay County Sheriff's Department. I have been hung up. 3015 of Florida statutes. It's not the option. It's the duty of the Sheriff's Department to arrest every one of these punks that are going up and down the road.
Right, no, I know, sir. But again, they don't take it as seriously as you do, or possibly they don't feel that they're as loud as, you do.
Well, let's put it this way.
I don't know what their reason is, but here's the thing. We, unfortunately, cannot call them. I mean, I wish I could go over there and say, hey, guys, get on the phone, let's bust these cars with the high stereos, get your decibel meters out there, and if it's above 90 decibel, give them a ticket.
Well, see, here's the thing.
But I can't do that.
Well, here's the thing, Mark.
We don't have any authority.
Okay, is it Mike or Mark? Please forgive me.
No, it's Dan.
Dan, I'm sorry. Dan, I've made so many phone calls. See, here's the thing, okay?
Yeah.
Maybe you can't do anything about it, but